talking about being a modern mum. Do you find, what's your relationship like with Gypsy? She's 10 years old.
Yeah, it's amazing. We have a great relationship. We have a really solid, good friendship.
I wonder if she'd be like that if she was a boy, because I feel like boys grow up and they leave you. That's why I'm a little bit desperate for a girl.
Actually, but I always thought it was the reverse. I thought boys were generally pretty... You know what? I don't know. I think each individual comes out a completely self-contained unit that has no rhyme or reason to them. Because, I mean, in one family we had 3 very different individuals.
Yeah.
And God only knows which planets we all came from, but they weren't the same ones. Each and every one was so different. Entirely different universe.
I think because I am so close with my mum, I think I really want that as a little girl. But it's personality based. Like my girl could be a nightmare. You know?
You could have this nice new little other little boy too. That it's true. Some kids will just naturally go towards a different person. Like, for instance, as the auntie, I felt certain that my nephew would just love me. I mean, I'm like Auntie Mame, you know. I've got so much to offer. And, you know, you go up to them and he cries every time you go to... Like, you just want to go, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, love me.
Snap out of it. I'm your auntie. I'm, like, so unreal. Whereas in another... for my eldest brother's first wife, and my nephew there was, he and I were so connected. I've written songs about him and for him, and I'm interested in a way in his life that's sort of as if he was our firstborn. He was like the first child of all the kids, and he definitely belonged to every one of us. It was so quite something. Yeah.
Do you worry because your daughter is at that age and school can be tough, I think, even more so for girls, and there's issues around worrying about your weight, and it starts so freaking young.
Oh, I know, it does.
And bullying and stuff. How do you give her that confidence and just let her know, you know?
Well, I actually have to say I feel very, very grateful that the school she goes to has a very, very healthy program that is alert to all of those things and is completely vigilant about making sure that none of those things are left unaddressed.
Right.
It's a Montessori system, so they very carefully look at the way that students are relating to one another. Manners is an essential thing. Yeah. It's at the highest level, actually, in the school. It's it's on equal par with education. The way that they're spoken to and the way that they expect to be spoken back, the way the teachers expect to be spoken to as well. That I think it makes a big difference. And the way I know it's a good program is that when we went to America and she had to hook up in a school because we were there for a long period of time, one of the kids on one of the first days called her a, what did they say? Retard, right?
That is like my least favourite word.
I know.
I've always grown up being, don't ever say that word.
Yeah, well, it's a casual, it's a caustic, nasty, casual comment which can leave long and enduring kind of... Because she came home, she said, Mum, I don't feel safe at this school.
Oh, God.
And I said, really? Well, this is one of the best schools I know of in this... You know, we would have thought that actually... And she said, they all talk to each other like that. So I'm thinking she's in a very, very safe space. Yeah, great. And then at home, of course, she's absolutely treated like a silkworm. So her communication, and she's, you know, and her communication is kind of something else. That's going to be her currency. Right. That's what she's going to use to get along in life, is her ability to communicate.
Well, and being an only child too, she would be around a lot of adults, and she would go everywhere with you guys.
Yeah, and she does, and she's also around other adults as well, like her girlfriends. You know, and being an only child, she has a lot of time with other people's parents as well. Because she's hanging out with other people, and they report back. You know, she's a wonderful contributing person, which is all you want in a kid. You just want to know that whatever you're going to leave behind is as a value as much as you think of either yourself or it's going to be contributing in some way, not taking away.